Coming up on Look Today, well, the Town of Bolton Landing is looking to increase tourism as well as invite new businesses to open up stores in the downtown. I've got details. Plus, Café Lena's new elevator is now available for patrons. More on that coming up. And Lake George Village is close to securing 300 acres of land for nature preservation. I've got those details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone and happy Friday. I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program, I sit down with Ben Kemp. He's site coordinator, Grant's Cottage, Wilton, joined by Steve Betts. He's a volunteer tour guide at the cottage. They're here to talk about the life and times Ulysses S. Grant, as well as in a very interesting event that's happening next weekend. It's part 2 of my interview with them. I also sit down with Claudia Bramer. She's Warren County Supervisor, Glens Falls Ward 3. She's here. I talk about the Remember Charlotte Boat Safety Campaign, as well as the Responsible Boating Initiative. Plus, we've got your weekend weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, the Town of Bolton Landing continues to expand its local economy, effort to increase its appeal and tourism. Now, a number of new businesses have opened on the town's main street. We spoke to Ron Conover. He's supervisor for the Town of Bolton.
Well, we've had a number of new businesses this year that I think are a real indication that I think we're heading in the right direction, and I think that it really strengthens our Main Street and the offerings on our Main Street.
Wow, great little town, Bolton Landing, and the lookout goes to Jason and Johnny and Rick and the other Johnny at Performance Marine. In other news, well, Café Lena in Saratoga Springs has now officially opened its elevator. Now, this long-awaited feature was one of the key additions to the major renovations the cafe recently went through. Now, this will allow for better access for handicapped patrons, as well as a better convenience for performing groups. Now, the cafe has a large following, including older patrons who had difficulty visiting the cafe because of no elevator. Well, no lookout goes to Sonny Bonaccio and his team. They're responsible for gifting and installing the elevator. No small gift, by the way. We spoke to Stanley McGowie. He's chair of the board of directors for the cafe.
It's been a fantastic gathering of a community together to bring this new building into a place where it's really safe and accessible. Mm-hmm. The elevator was a key component of that fundraising, and we established a relationship with Bonaccio Construction where they built the elevator for us as part of their gift to the cafe.
Anybody that's been over to the cafe recently and seen the renovations, it's really quite remarkable. A wonderful blend of history with a lot of modern conveniences, including that elevator. All right, switching from news to weather. Today saw some sunshine, so a little bit of scoured showers, but a lot of sun. So let's see how the weekend is shaping up. For a detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with your first look weather forecast. As you look at the overnight lows for tonight, we'll see temperatures mainly in the 50s, mid-50s across the viewing area. Fort Edward 54, 54 Whitehall. Glens Falls will see temperatures dropping to about 55 degrees. That cold front has really moved out of the Atlantic and high pressure is building into our viewing area. So we'll see partly cloudy skies. Like I said, 55 here in Glens Falls. North breeze about 8 miles per hour. High pressure continues to dominate, bringing relatively cooler than average temperatures. 75 the expected high on Saturday. North breeze from that high pressure system about 11 miles per hour. And then here's the out the door forecast. We'll have a beautiful start, partly cloudy. Temperatures already into the lower to mid 60s. And here's our extended forecast. We'll see beautiful sunshine every day for Saturday and Sunday with highs in the mid to upper 70s. And then by Monday through Wednesday, we'll see highs in the lower 80s as highs beef up closer to our average highs. And then the low temperatures, we'll see mid 50s and then warm back up to the lower 60s, where we kind of should be this time of the year. And generally, the winds will be out of the north and then will shift out of the east for Monday and Tuesday, and then more of a southeast component for Wednesday. So a beautiful forecast. If you have any outdoor activities, I recommend enjoying them over the next several days. Have your dinners outside, have your grill outs. It's going to be a gorgeous forecast compared to what we've been experiencing recently with the summertime heat. And that'll do it for the First Look weather forecast. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Clarence. Here comes the sun. All right, back to the news. Well, the town of Lake George, check this out. They're looking to secure 300 acres on Bloody Pond Road, protect from development. Well, the cost of the land has not yet been announced. However, Town Supervisor Dennis Dickinson has stated the town will possibly issue bonds for the property. Now, in addition, the town will also seek funding to help make improvements. Now, Bloody Pond Road is located about halfway up the back of French Mountain and faces south the village of Lake George. Well, the town hopes to use the land for hiking, biking trails while preserving the natural beauty. Well, we're in contact with Dennis Dickinson. We're going to have him in and have an update on this next week. All right, coming up, I sit down with Ben Kemp. He's a site coordinator, Grant's Cottage in Wilton. We're joined by Steve Betts. He's a volunteer tour guide. They're here to talk about the life and times of Ulysses S. Grant, as well as an event that's happening next weekend at the cottage. Very interesting event. This is part 2 of my interview with them. I also sit down with Claudia Bramer. Now, she's Warren County Supervisor, Glens Falls Ward 3. She's here to talk about the Remember Charlotte Boat Safety Campaign, as well as the Responsible Boating Initiative. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Well, it's Friday, so I want to thank the crew. That would be Antoinette, it would be Dana, and it would be Andrew and Drew and Jack and Joel and Norm for making the show possible each week. Couple of things. Got a big weekend, right? Sun is going to be out. It's going to be a great weekend. All kinds of activities, as you know, throughout the whole region. But the Silk and Satin Rock and Run is this weekend. And if you caught this interview I did with Hungry Jack, that event is Saturday. It's called Zeno's Musical Carnival. And it will be held at the Shirt Factory in Glens Falls. They've got magicians and hypnotists and all kinds of acts, including Hungry Jack. So you don't want to miss that. I was in Cumberland Farms this morning, and Cameron, who I see in there all the time, she saw the interview, and she said, I can't believe that interview. Yes, it was a lot of fun. A reminder that Adirondack Theater Festivals, A Boy in the Bathroom is running, and you want to see that. By the way, we have a winner, Julie Barnes Simek. You are the winner of a pair of tickets to A Boy in the Bathroom. We're going to contact you via Facebook and tell you how you can retrieve those tickets, okay? And last but not least, very interesting one in Saratoga, Shakespeare in the Park is this weekend. And I don't know if any of you have ever seen any of these Shakespeare in the Park presentations, but there's something about Shakespeare in the open air. And it's going to be a beautiful night, by the way. All right, have a safe weekend, everyone. Again, sunshine all weekend long, and we'll see you Monday night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.